Alright, so welcome back to Project Jira Pre-Worship here with another video podcast. And this is the second of, it's kind of weird doing this. See, I'm trying to look at the screen and then look at you guys at the same time, which I'm holding onto the small webcam. But this is the second home office related video podcast that we're packing up and, transferring stuff over. We gotta capture an overview of everything as it is. So we're gonna do a before after snapshot basically. Oh, that reminds me, I'm gonna take a photograph of everything with my phone. So before we do this, of course, as usual, 3 things. First of all, what's the main highlight of your day? How's your day been? How you faring? A little check-in. Number 2, venting frustrations. If anything you want to get off your chest, YouTube video, Reddit, and Discord, just pop away and tell me what's been going on. Again, don't reveal anything too private. And of course, nothing happened, then it's fine. And third, of course, if you want to lighten up the meme, just throw a meme in there or a joke, lighten everything up. Or you want to comment on a little story that is a little bit more relevant to what we cover in this particular video. So in this one, we're talking about home office. I don't know if you guys have your own business. So if you have something like that, you can chime in. And so those are 3 things to pop, or you can just take all or one of those ideas on top. Tell me what's going on. And I got set up now. It's hard to manage that. What's been going on? So slice of life in real life. I'm not gonna go through the introduction again. This is part 1. This is like the second part of the first. So we went through everything, but domains of life and self-improvement, mishmash together, self-therapy to create Gramps' slice of life for orphans. Right. So why don't we continue? And I'm gonna switch over to the large screen again. So originally, and this is a little appreciation animation. We covered everything on the standing desk. So if I have the camera down here, which is something I don't do often, I'm going to turn the gain down a little bit here. Switch it back to cardioid, I think. Yep. So I covered everything on top of the standing desk. Standing desk is on top of the office desk. So we have all this, nutritional supplements on the right. My right is your left. So for your right, and then on your left here, there's all these like gadgets and stuff like that. Gadgetry and stuff like that, like the boom arm, the mic. Of course, in front we have the laptop and all the setup, the earphones, a lot of stuff is just dollar store stuff. Really, the cables, a lot of it's just dollar store stuff. Even the mic, this RGB mouse is dollar store stuff. So now we're going to sink a level. We're gonna go down under, right, straight from purgatory into the depths of Hades, and we're gonna go underneath and take a look at what's underneath the actual office desk itself, which I mentioned is a class 2 item, but it's a very nice item here. So I want to first of all mention that in the office desk we have removed 2 drawers already. So down here you can see that 2 drawers here are empty. They're gone. They're already in storage. Inside those 2 drawers would be now I have to clean it up if you can't tell. The contrast really shit, so you can't see, but basically there's some cobwebs in there. It's kind of nasty. Just looking at it, I can tell that it's quite thick, but it's not everywhere. It's just clustered into one area, and it's mostly dust. And then so I have to wipe it down, clean it down, and then over here, something else important is that attached to the drawer, I only have 1 drawer left. The other 2 are in storage unit, but this one here has only electronics. So this one here has the phone cases, it has like a storage device. The second one, that one has like my sibling stuff in it. We have also a fuck ton of electronics. Phone cases, phones, lights, RGB lights, remote control lights. We have ring lights here. We have mice, extra mice, filter mice. Lots of cable wires, USB. I use usually USB-C because I'm usually a Samsung user. There's other interesting tech gadgets in here I'm gonna go through, but like clamps and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's something that I'm going to have to basically bundle up. This is something that I'm gonna take out most likely after this video, or the next video really. And then we're gonna do like a before after of the office. as we take everything apart, of course. And we have to cover the office first, the office and the standing desk together first, so that we can comment on what goes in the previous 2 videos we covered. Like, I guess, yeah, previous like 2-3 videos we covered like the crate to the backdrop here. You can't see it, like there we go. And I said that office paper or electronics would go there. We have to make some decisions, so we can only do that after we cover the office. But some of the gadgetry can actually fit inside this drawer here, and we're gonna take it out and we're gonna bundle it in a black plastic garbage bag. So that's kind of the plan for this thing here. So yeah, that's part of the office, right? Definitely. And you can see that there's still a wire here, still plugged in. You can see it down here from under. There's a good view actually. Take a look. Check it out. Here's all the cables at the very backdrop I was talking about. There's that power bar that's hidden. There's one here, right? This one's connected for the laptop's AC adapter and the ring lights. But the one at the back there is truly for all the charging materials, like chargers and the radio charger right there. So I forgot to mention, but I think it's fine because we would be better off mentioning it in this video, the second part 2. But not only does that connect to chargers, it also connects to, say for example, the radio charger, mobile phone chargers, as well as a ebook charger. But there's actually an AC adapter kind of thing there, you know, not AC, a USB hub, sorry, a portable USB hub. So it's basically a USB that connects to 4 extra USB ports. It's like an extension, it's like a power bar, right? That has multiple outlets connected to the wall outlet. So that's a USB type thing. It has like 4 USB outlets connected to 1 USB. So that's also connected. And why is this important? So you can see there's that kind of blue light at the very back. You can barely make it out. Try to put my finger there so you can get an idea. I'm not talking about this one here. The one in the middle, the blue light in the middle, right above the mouse, is actually just for the ring light, the face ring light. The one over here, you can see my finger moving over to the right hand side, or in your case, there's a little light here that's blue, and that's that USB port with 4 other chargers. Now, why is this important? I have to mention. It's important enough to mention because that's where all the lighting is attached. So the red, blue, green, you know, all these like multicolor. So you can see here, this remote charger, it's just changes all the different colors of the lights. If I were to turn it on, which I'm not sure if it's even functional right now, but if I turn it on, some things would happen. So for example, you can see here, it's red now. Turn it off, right? So that's stuff that wasn't on beforehand, but I can change the color here, for example. Oh, it's not functioning for some reason. Oh, it is. It is. So you can see there, I'm changing the color using the remote. I just have to point in the right direction, really. Okay. So that's something I wanted to mention, but basically those 4 outlets are connected to 2 lights that we can pull out here. Let's pull out for a second. Not that kind of pull out. But there's 2 lights here that are, you know, there's the bars. You can see the bars over there on the table we covered on the standing desk earlier on. But if I turn those on, right, I can say, wonder if I can actually get it to actually turn on right now. There we go, you see that? And I know this would be a lot better if I turned the light off for the overall lights. But I can't turn off the overall lights because if I do that, you guys won't be able to see anything underneath, unfortunately. And of course it can strobe back and forth, so I'm just gonna leave it like that and take it on to something bright so that we can talk about really important stuff below. What's a good color? That's a good color, right? Shop now at Real Canadian Superstore. See flyer for details. That's a good color. Okay. So let's go over to the bottom here. And now that everything's kind of lit up. So obviously there's a lot of wires underneath there for the lighting, the RGB lighting on this left-hand side. There's 2 of them for the power bars. No, not the power bar, but like 2 stick lights. And over there, There's 2 for the coiled lights. So those 4 are all connected to that single USB port. Now that took a lot of time. What we're doing now is drop over back to the laptop here for a second and cover directly underneath the laptop. So right underneath the laptop here is, you can see there's a little cover, laptop cover for the keyboard. And there's a second one for the older laptop, the newer one and the older one. So 2 of them right here, just covers for the keyboard, right? Just like this. And it's covering this Huon drawing tablet. Now I haven't used this. This purchased in like 2017, but I still haven't used it after 6 years. But it is connected and plugged in. I just want to mention, there's some right here. It's nasty. It's like some food crumbs and stuff. Wipe it off. But it's on top of the tablet. It is on top of a what you might call a standing laptop stand. So this is what's really supposed to be used for the laptop for ventilation. But because it'd be too high, I decided not to use it. I just use it to put the tab on. Now underneath, you can see there's also a lot of mess. So if I can take a look myself through the camera's view, there's a lot of paperwork underneath. I can't show you in detail, but basically, because this is confidential stuff, a lot of this stuff is the mail and paperwork and envelopes that I was discussing earlier need to be covered in a separate video. So we have like bank statements, we have income tax files and documentation like that. Just a bunch of whack job like paperwork that I didn't, as I was moving out stuff, I didn't have a proper place to put. And underneath that, I can see there's even more gadgets. So for example, here's the older headset. It's the older earphones. So I have the new ones here up here from the dollar store. These ones are much more slim and fitting. And I covered this on a video. And here are the old ones. I like to put this around my neck just to make it look more like a studio version. This one's mostly for use. I should mention also that, there's actually a dummy security camera here. The batteries are unplugged in. We have also underneath some scissors and receipts. See lots of red napkins here because all these napkins here are basically for, they were used to wrap around the headset, so that at the time I wasn't taking enough showers because I was just so busy with work and the project and, going outdoors and everything, that I just couldn't manage to keep clean. So I would put these paper towels over my hair so that I wouldn't grease up the headphones. Nasty, but that's what it is. Now, obviously, I'm a lot more upkept, a lot more clean, although obviously the office desk has not been cleaned. That's why it's still like a remnant of what it used to be. So over here, we have all these paper napkins there, and they're all actually meant to be thrown away. I just didn't get to this video yet, so we're finally made it to the point where we cover this video. And so one more thing behind me I should mention is this ring light here, of course, is also the standing ring light, Recon, I believe, Riconic for Amazon, also plugged in. There's a live stream phone right there. There's a phone for live streaming, and it's all connected, of course, to one of the power cords, the power bars, sorry. So you can see back to here, the pen. This also is the pen. It's supposed to be wireless, but at this point the battery's dead, so it's not wireless anymore. It got to be plugged in for it to be functional, but it's for the drawing tablet, obviously. So next to the office paperwork and next to this laptop stand with the drawing tablet and pen, we have again the paper towels, but underneath all the goddamn receipts that I was talking about. All these fucking receipts about, finance, like all the purchases from dollar stores, from restaurants, from most of it is just from groceries. There are some for gadgets, for business related and this project related equipment, but again, we'll be running through that in a separate video. What else is here? There I can see there's a paperwork. There's also important identification. There's a mail, once again, mail, envelopes, letters, important stuff from finance, from health. I can see there's also like my passports there probably, or and a checkbook as well. So checks and personal identification. Definitely should be moved up somewhere else at this point. Mixed in, we also have, some leftover gadgets that we purchased from the store. So not just the receipts, but the actual products. I can see, for example, here underneath the red napkins, there's like these little nails and trinkets here for hanging shelves. So as a handyman, you might just like nail this onto the wall to hang a painting, right? Well, I was using this to set up the alarm, the security alarm inside my storage unit, and then in the future these will be used for setting up alarms in my new leased place. Also, we have these, I mentioned earplugs, you know, just to mind the crazy place that this used to be. Couldn't get any work done. We have a box cutter here, you know, there's just a bunch of handy tools. The box cutter, the utility knife, you know, nails, wall stuff, earplugs, and there's even a red light bulb here. And what's this? Another pair of glasses, just in case I lost mine. A foam pouch, pair of glasses. You can see it's just a bunch of like equipment and stuff. Now, what you cannot see also is at the very far back, there's a stash of even more envelopes from volunteering, from working, from, you know, banks and from, you know, the government and stuff like that. So all that stuff is also here, and we're also going to place that in the appropriate location once this video ends. So last thing, now we're finally on the furthest side, on this side, the left hand side. My left is your right, my left. So you can see here there's a toolbox. I talked about this already. This area was kind of cleaned in a single video before. But you can see there's more of these supplements here. There's this canister, there's like a little Kinder Surprise helicopter inside. There was a spare key there once that I have taken away and placed somewhere else. There's a toolbox, yes, but there's also underneath there's another tool kit with the precision screwdrivers. I mentioned that before. You would take apart the laptop using those, and I have done that before. To see the motherboard and change any gadgets inside. And next to it behind, you can see there's actually there's only one canister of drink left aside from the 2 cans pop. It's a coconut water. Now I keep that there just in case I need to, you know, it's got like soluble fiber. Basically helps you take a fucking shit. If you get constipated and you can't use the washroom, drink young coconut water with fiber and you'll get to use it. Basically there's some remaining food there with wooden chopsticks and the mess that is all these receipts. Okay? So of course, I think the next video will be either before and after screenshot of everything here, or we will most likely cover the receipts, because that's all garbage. I tell you, we have already scanned every single one of the receipts have been scanned. They've been scanned and then synced online digitally onto my Office suite, so Microsoft Office. And the purchases have been recorded, obviously, because of that. What the purchases were for, you know, most of it's just food also. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep it there. So for the most part, that's everything, I think. Of course, the main thing that's on top of the office desk is the standing desk, right? The standing desk is on top of the office desk. One last thing, I think I forgot to do this, but it's important that I cover the below, the very bottom of the office. So this is what the office desk looks like underneath. And this is a really OG, this is like 15, almost 20 years now, this old one. Again, it's class 2 item. Gotta be thankful and appreciative of burgers for providing this. And yeah, we gotta clean it up and get it ready to move. But obviously we're not going to move this desk until we have like a U-Haul truck or something like that. The standing desk, we may, tentative plan may be to, the right move might be to take apart this keyboard compartment that's holding the laptop, just unscrew it, and then we can take the keyboard, because right now if we have the keyboard attached to the keyboard, what do you want to call this part? The keyboard compartment attached to the main standing desk, that will not fit inside the cart. What I'm thinking of doing is, of course, placing this inside the cart once I've unscrewed everything. If I cannot do that, or if I just don't feel like it for whatever reason, because it's quite heavy, this will be something that we'll have to move using, you know, like by vehicle. It'll be, my friend can rent out a U-Haul. He says he's offered to do that. I appreciate that. So, you know, I'm gonna pay though. You know, it's kind of weird that you're doing that. It's because like we help each other a lot. But then there's also, in addition to that, So basically the standing desk might be moved with the office desk and the bed mattress at the same time. Those are 3 large pieces of things, furniture that can go, and they're all heavy and are large, too large to fit on a cart. The other alternative is to, of course, take it apart, and the standing desk can be moved by trolley. And then the only large equipment is really this office, the desk itself, and the mattress, so 2 items instead. But you can see that's kind of what we're deliberating on. Something else that came to my mind right now as I'm looking about, I realized that I have to, if I'm going to take apart standing desks right now and prepare for move, I noticed I had to substantially change the setup because the boom arm for the mic and the laptop and everything else has to get off the standing desk, obviously. So, and then that's also going to affect how high. This is usually where I rest. This Sylvania light bulb I forgot to cover is on top of soda pop. This is where I rest the SmallLink camera right now. If I could switch the display, you can see in the mirror right here, right in the not the mirror, the screen right now. No, you can't see it. But basically that's where I put the SmallLink camera, the webcam right now that I'm holding to see everything. Hey. And it's going to be substantially lower if I take away the standing desk, so I have to think about what I'm going to do there. Anyways, that's kind of everything related to standing. So why don't we pull this over here, and you can see a wider angle view, a farther shot of everything. Okay, so that's everything right there, right? Oh, I should have started a video like this, man. This is a great shot, great angle. And you can see the laptop here. You got the lights on the side. It's looking a lot bit better. And above and below, right? Quite messy. Yeah, napkins and everything. So, okay, so that's everything. I think covers enough. Oh, we can see on the side here from this great angle. I should use this more often. But there are books there that we gotta donate, or something we have to sift through and keep. So that's also for a future video. So that's that. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This is the second video, part 2. And the next one is going to cover, I think, a lot of garbage and food. So we're gonna do like a before and after of the office desk. And I'm gonna take a bunch of photographs in between using my phone. And yeah, so look forward to that, man. Look forward to it. It's gonna look a lot cleaner than this, whatever the fuck this is right now. And then yeah, okay. So oh shoot, never mind, we may have to do the receipts first, because the receipts are all garbage. If that's the case, then we have to do the receipts before we can cover the so annoying. All right, thanks for tuning in. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one, whatever content is being covered next. Peace out, and yeah, see ya.